everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you do not know me, my name is Corinne Claiborne Hawkins. If you don't know why I'm doing all this, go watch my previous video. So today I am doing easy makeup for the office, or makeup that I would do every day. This is makeup that I think is really simple, or as simple as I will go. There are probably much simpler methods to get this look, but I like doing it the way I do it. If you'd like to see how I complete this makeup look, then keep on watching. So first I'm using my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. I love using this oil because it hydrates my skin and it creates just the perfect barrier for my makeup that I will be putting on in just a couple of seconds. So of course I got some cat hair stuck in my mouth. Yeah. So using my LA Girl Pro Coverage HD foundation in warm beige and a dry beauty sponge, I am just placing that on the back of my hand and waiting a second for it to warm up. And then using the back of the beauty sponge, I am placing this all over my face. Now I love using this foundation because it is truly HD, long wear illuminating foundation. It has a medium to high coverage. If you keep layering the foundation, it definitely can have a high coverage, but for this look specifically, I am just going to be using a very light amount of foundation because my skin was being nice to me today, and so, you know, just trying to provide just a little basic coverage over my skin and a little bit over my acne and everything that was happening on my face. So yeah. Now taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in medium, I'm going to just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and taking the pointy side of my beauty sponge, I'm just going to be placing this on the parts of my face that light naturally hits the most. And I just like doing this because it really brings out those parts of my face and it just illuminates my eyes and makes everything look spick and span and awesome. So yeah. And now taking my Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder in Translucent Extra Coverage and Morphe E48 brush, I'm just going to first be dabbing all of the creasing out of the underside of my eye, because that does happen very frequently, and I'm just going to set that down using a very little bit of powder. Again, this is a very natural look, so we don't want to go too crazy with all of the powder, but I do want to make sure that I set everything down. I don't want any shininess coming through. So I really want to make sure that I set everything down, make sure that it's all kind of matte in a way, and then I'll be using some setting spray and then some highlighter to put glow in the designated areas of my face that I want to be glowy in. And this right here is really how your face should look after you set everything down. And now taking my Morphe PK14 brush, it's just a nice large fluffy brush. I'm just going to be wiping any excess off of my face. I do not want an excessive amount of powder on my face, so I just go ahead and I go over every single spot that I put powder in, and I just gently wipe that off. So now I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Bronzer in Saddle, and also using my Morphe M401 brush, and I am just going in and bronzing my face using this large brush. And then I like to go in with a slightly smaller brush. This is the Morphe Y11 brush, and I like to use this to carve out my cheekbones. I don't like using a very large brush because I feel like I don't get really great placement. So in order to get the correct placement and the perfect amount of product on my cheekbones, I use a slightly smaller brush. And of course, I am still using the same Anastasia Beverly Hills powder bronzer in Saddle to be able to do that. So now going in with the Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten Blush in Tropic Hues, I'm going to be using actually this Luxie 660 Precision Foundation brush to just put a little bit of blush on my face. And now using this Alamar Cosmetics eyeshadow brush, which is a pretty linear brush, I'm going to be using the same bronzer that I was using on my face, and I'm just going to be carving out my nose and then wiping off the brush onto a towel and going back in and blending out that contour so that it's not as harsh. And now I'm using one of my favorite makeup setting mists. This is the Pixie by Petra makeup setting mist with rose water and green tea. And then I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. Yes, thank God. And I'm using my Morphe Y13 fan brush to apply this highlighter on my face. I feel like this is just giving me a really natural highlight. Oh my God. Yes, look at that highlight. Can we just for a second? Okay, but yeah, so I really like this highlighter and I really like this brush to apply the highlighter, and yeah. I also do this really weird thing on my forehead with the fan brush. I kind of just go everywhere. And so now I'm just using a smaller eyeshadow brush. This is from Veramona, and I like to highlight my nose with this brush. And then using that same fan brush to highlight my lips to give myself the illusion that I actually have an upper lip. Thank God. Yes. Yes. Now moving on to brows, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo in dark brown. And I'm going to be first using a spoolie to kind of brush the eyebrow hairs up. And then I'll be using my Morphe Y21 brush to apply the darker shade of the duo onto my eyebrows. So because we're doing more of a natural look, I'm going to try not to overdo my eyebrows, but you guys know me, once I start something, usually it gets a little too extreme, but whatever. I think that it kind of comes out okay. My eyebrows are definitely like not related at all. They are not sisters, they are not friends, they're just there. So I try to use the eyebrow powder really to kind of make them look the same, but it still doesn't come out right, but whatever. Story of my life. And then of course now, just like math, what you do on one side, you do to the other. So I'm just going to be doing my other eyebrow. Sorry for that random math joke. I was a math major in college and I'm still obsessed with math, so that's me. And again, as you see, they are not sisters nor cousins, they are just distant relatives. So I'm now going to be cleaning up my eyebrows using my Alamar Cosmetics. This is just like a flathead brush. It's pretty similar to my Morphe Y21 brush that I just applied the eyebrow powder duo with. But I like using this because it provides me a lot of precision. And I'm just using the same concealer that I used earlier, the Tarte Shape Tape in medium. And I'm just cleaning up the underside of my brows. And then when I blend it out, I like to blend both ways, both left and right. And I just feel like that just gives me the most natural looking finish after I've applied all of that concealer underneath my eyebrows. And now using my Benefit Cosmetics Gimme Brow in shade 5, I'm just going to be brushing my eyebrow hairs up into the eyebrow powder that I just used on my eyebrows, and this just gives me the most natural finish. It really lays down my brows, it sets them, and it also has a little tint to it, so it looks pretty nice. So using the same Alamar Cosmetics eyeshadow brush that I used for contouring my nose, I'm just going to take the same bronzer in Saddle, and I'm going to actually be putting this all over my eyes, on the lid, and then actually blending it up into the concealer that I just put on my eyes. And I just feel like this makes it look so natural. It definitely adds a lot of dimension to my eyes and just to my face in general. It darkens up the brightness of my eyes that I got from the concealer. So I feel like this just kind of neutralizes everything that I just did. And now I'm just going to be taking the same products and putting a little bit of bronzer underneath my eyes. I like to try to create a nice shape with this method. I feel like it just really makes my eyes pop and stand out really naturally. So yeah, I just want to make sure that I combine the lower lash line and the upper lid together. And now using the same Veramona brush that I used earlier to highlight my nose, I'm just going to be putting highlighter in the inner corners of my eyes. And then I'm also going to be putting highlighter right above the iris of my eyes. And I feel like that just draws a lot of attention to my eyes and to my eye color, but still keeping it really natural. So also I will be highlighting my brow bone, and then later I'll be going back in with that bronzer and blending it together to just create a little more natural blend. And using my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, I'm just going to be coating my lashes twice with this mascara. I make sure that I look down into a mirror, because if I don't, then I get mascara all over my eyelids and it just completely ruins my look and it ruins my whole entire mood, so I just like try not to do that. So looking down into a mirror, I find that that helps a lot. Also, I do not curl my eyelashes. The Lord blessed me with some awesome eyelashes that curl naturally, so I don't have to curl them. But if you want to curl your eyelashes, you would definitely want to do it before you apply mascara, and this just makes it look very natural. So I know that a lot of girls sometimes will do their curling after they do mascara, and I feel like that just would clump it together. But if you want to do that, that's up to you. You do you, girl. I'm not gonna judge you. And And of course, I was not prepared, so I had to go and grab my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow, and I just like to make sure that my bottom lip is completely covered, and then I kind of overline my upper lip, but because it is lip gloss, you can't really tell. But of course, I like to give myself the illusion that I actually have an upper lip, and yeah. Alright everyone, so this is the final look right here. It is very natural, it is very doable, and I really like this. If I were just to go out or go to Walmart or just go to the store or go to work, this is definitely my go-to look. Very easy. I use a lot of the same products all over my face. Yeah, this is like my go-to look. I really like how this always turns out. So if you guys like this, please let me know down below in the comments. If you want to see anything specific, also please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, watch, share, and subscribe. Follow all of my social media. That is going to be linked down below. And with that, I am done. I love you guys. Mwah. Catch you later. And of course, I had to give you guys some profiling, so here you go, and I hope that you really like this look. I need to stop. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.